everybody. Welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our quick show where we're going to go over about 10 of the most we were excited for
Mhm.
books that are coming out this week. DC, at least for our shop, on Tuesday, everything else on Wednesday. And this is a really solid week.
It's a great week. There's some good stuff this week.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So let's get into it. Starting off with Conan #1. This is the new Conan book from Titan. And let me say, if you are a fan of Conan whatsoever, this is the book for you. This is definitely way more raw and savage than the Marvel Conan of the last few years.
Because they
This is,
can be.
yeah, they could be a lot more brutal in this. This is more of a mature title. And even if you never read a Conan book, I think this is a great one to jump onto. The art is fantastic. Uh, can't recommend this one highly enough. This is my #1 book this week.
I'm super excited to read that one. In the meantime, I've got Death of the Venomverse #1. In this one, the Carnage symbiote, a hostless Carnage symbiote, is traversing the multiverse, killing everybody who is bonded with a Venom symbiote and absorbing their powers. There are a couple of characters following him around to try to stop him, but with every kill, he gets more powerful, and then they might not be able to do it.
Next up, I've got the next big Star Wars event is starting. This is Star Wars Dark Droids. This one is really cool. So, kind of picking up on something that happened in Dr. Aphra. You don't have to read it to know, but if you did, it really helps. There is a entity that is in a droid, a little tiny little droid, and its one thing is it hungers and it needs to spread. So this scourge is going to spread through all the droids in the galaxy, and it happens very fast as they all turn into these dark droids. And it's going to be up to our heroes to face off against even droids they thought were their friends, like C-3PO,
Ooh.
are now part of these dark droids. So if you're looking for the next big Star Wars thing, this is it.
Next is Night Terror's Batman #2. So we are starting to get into the #2 issues of all of these various Night Terrors miniseries. In this one, Batman goes face to face with Insomnia. He confronts the gun bat creature that we saw last issue, but he also realizes that because this is his nightmare, he's in control of everything, and he's kind of shapes things in his favor. He does he get out? He isn't really sure, and neither are we. So I guess we'll have to find out in Night Terrors #3.
Next up, I have Night Terrors The Joker #2. So this is the final issue of the Night Terrors Joker two-issue series. And in this one, we learned that there was a bat in Joker's closet
Yeah,
that
that's
he
right.
thought he had killed and moved on to a normal life in business and office job. But it seems like this Batman that he thought he had killed, people are starting to see pop up in different places. And this has some more of your dreams within a dream, because is this a nightmare within his dream? Well, just to let you know, his wife in this Lena and his son Albert factor into it as well. So if you want to see what Joker's weird, creepy family's like, you'll have to see it in this. It's a great wrap up to this two-issue story.
Next is a new one from Image from Rick Remender. This is The Sacrificers #1. This was a free comic book day book. This is about a land where it's this perfect utopia, but at the cost of one sacrifice per family in the form of one of their children. Um, there is one of the children is going to team up with, I believe, this character right here to try to undo all of that. But I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off.
It'd be really sad if they couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Next up is Fire and Ice. This is from Dynamite, and this is a prequel to the classic 80s animated movie Fire and Ice. And I want to mention this one too because this is a great kind of double feature if you're picking up Conan.
Yeah.
Pick this up as well. Heavily inspired by the art of Frank Frazetta. The movie was, and the art in this is fantastic. Written by Fables scribe Bill Willingham, one of my favorite series of all time, and the art in it is fantastic. So even if you haven't seen the movie but you want to try out another kind of sword and sorcery style book, this one is fantastic for that.
What If Dark Venom, continuing the series of What If Dark one shots in this one. What if the Venom symbiote bonded to Ben Grimm? That's exactly what happens in this. It doesn't go the way you might expect. And this one definitely does earn the title of dark because the end of this one is pretty dark.
The last one for me is Magneto #1. This is a new miniseries, much in the style of their ones where they do a story set in a very like specific time frame in the Marvel universe. This one is during the time frame where Magneto is actually the head of the Xavier School, and the New Mutants like Magic and Wolfsbane and all of those were coming in there. And it really explores how his villain, how could he go from villain to this leader of the school, and how does he talk to his students about that? But there is a new villain in this that might be pulling out some of his old ways. So if you're a fan of that time period of the X-Men, this will be right in line for you.
And my last one is a little bit of a dark horse pick, not from Dark Horse, but from Marvel. This is Doctor Strange #6, and this is all about Doctor Strange fighting in what's called the War of Seven Spheres. It's kind of a war out of time, and he is in this war for 5,000 years. And if you're going to do anything for 5,000 years, you're not going to leave it the same way you went in. And how does it change him? And how is it going to affect his life going forward?
Okay, so that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. You can pre-order any of these books now by heading over to infinityflux.net, where everything you pre-order you get 10% off of. You can subscribe to variant covers, ongoing series, any of that good stuff. But stay tuned for our longer video where we'll be going over way more books, their variant covers, all of that coming up next. But thank you so much for watching, and until next time,
See ya.
bye.